this time. Call roll, please.
Mr. Glenn Smith.
Here.
Ms. Heatherly. Here. Mr. Eric Smith.
Here.
Ms. Beth Lawson. Here. Mr. Gibson.
Here.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Here.
Mayor Stanley.
Here.
That's what they is. I bless the Lord for one thing about our heads for nothing good is done more time, Lord, bless the opportunity to stand in thy name. As preacher go with us, gives the wisdom into thy sight. Bless us through the lights and also Spirit, Lord, we ask and pray all these things. Amen.
Amen. All right, give you a chance to look over the minutes from March. I had time to look over the minutes from the last meeting. Can we get a motion to accept the minutes as they're read?
I so moved.
Motion was made, can we get a second?
Second.
Motion, discussion. Call roll, please.
Mr. Glenn Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Citizens input. Okay, communication from the mayor. The same thing, now we're looking at Speedway getting open. So hopefully that'll be real soon. Hopefully that'll help us to on that financial report.
As of March the 31st, 2016, the general fund had a balance of $447,152.40. Reserve for special fire protection fees was $52,018.07. Reserved for rainy day fund was $45,000. Reserved for garbage truck was $30,000. The adjusted general fund balance was $320,134.33. The State Street Aid Fund had $92,879.36. Industrial Fund, $868.88. The Drug Fund had $3,085.84, with a total of $543,986.48. The revenue for the month was $80,626.31. The expenditures were $85,533.10, with a negative difference for the month of $4,906.79.
Okay, you've heard the financial report as it's been read. Can we get a motion to accept it the way it reads?
Motion made.
Motion made, can we get a second?
Second.
Second motion, any discussion?
Pat, exactly how much is the street, the state street aid? You know about what it's bringing in there per month?
It's around 5,000, 5,000 to 6,000.
You got call roll.
Mr. Glenn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heather,
Yes.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson, Mr. Roy Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Reports from the commissioners. I'm gonna start. Go ahead.
Fire report for last month was auto accidents with injury. We had 6 of them, 28 men respond for 6.5 hours. Without injury accidents was 2, 5 men responded for an hour and a half. 3 brush fires, 13 men responded for a total of 5 hours. 2 vehicle fires, 9 men for a total of an hour. 1 chemical leak, 4 men responded for 1 hour. Had 1 commercial fire, said 6 men responded for 1 hour. And house fires without injury had 3, 21 men responded, for a total of 9.5 hours. Mutual aid was received twice, given 4 times, for 8 men for 11 hours. Had 1 tractor trailer fire, 3 men for 2 hours. Assisted setting up landing zones for Lifestar twice, 12 men for an hour and a half. 1 false alarm, 3 men for an hour. Total of 26 calls, 112 responded with 1,182 man hours. The brush fires, tell the guys, all the department, appreciate what they've done. Forestry made the comment that they had actually $800,000 worth of property
That don't
one
pay,
brush fire exposed to.
the one on Patty Hill.
I think that was the night we had the meeting. We was all over there. It was close. It's done a lot of damage. Tell the guys appreciate it. Yeah, we do. That's all I've got.
Yeah, Eddie and I went out and looked at property along with Scott Bowen, up at the 141 up there, where they were talking about the capacitator and whatnot, but I haven't heard any more on that, but it was in the far back corner. And we discussed where the best place for the fire department would, whenever we put one up there, would be, and that we would preserve that property there for that. So that, of course, we don't have any more details on the capacitator. Have you heard any more? I haven't heard anything either, so.
I did run into Andy earlier today for just 2 minutes. And he said that, what he said was, we were supposed to set it up in a, that meeting in a non-scheduled meeting, a workshop. But I don't recall
Yeah, he was
that.
gonna try to bring
recall that
some, I
at
don't
all.
recall that either. I thought he was gonna try to bring someone back.
I know that's what he
This
said.
meeting, this
That's
He
next
said
meeting.
he would have them here tonight.
Okay. I couldn't remember exactly what was said until I read the
Okay.
minutes.
But that's okay, I just hadn't heard any more about it, but, and then the other thing was the early warning system. Jay Munsey did send Eddie some information. I did call these people. They are going to give us a quote. They're looking at Google Map. I do think maybe that location you talked about might be a good location, but she said she would send this guy out, and he's supposed to get back in touch with me. Dick Putt is his name, if he calls you, Eddie, just to look the terrain over to see if we possibly need 2 or if 1 would be sufficient for our area. And I do have Google Map on my phone where she sent me back some information, and it has a yellow outline, and she wanted to know if that area would be sufficient for us. It looked to me like it would, but somebody else want to look at it and see what you think. See if that would work or not, or if they need to go with more.
Where's it at now? Where's it present, the terrain usage is looking at?
The terrain of the city of Caryville.
Where they
And,
putting it
Well, we don't know for sure yet, but he was thinking about the water tower. Eddie was thinking maybe the water tower, and then it would bounce off the mountains back.
The one on Patty Hill.
Yeah, along Patty Hill up there. So, they're just looking at it to see. I don't have any specifics, details yet. They're looking at it. That's all I have.
First thing, guys, is on the rents for this month is $668.93. Then, Planning Commission met last Thursday night. We had an item come for us. We could not complete because of the road at the Comfort Inn has not been took in as a city street yet. Because the guy has not lived up to his agreement that you and I all know too, and we need to see when he's gonna start doing that road. Because this held this guy back from subdividing his property up there. And we can't subdivide property unless it touches a city street, and that road right now is not a city street. You know what I'm talking about, the Comfort Road. Eric, you don't know, and Beth, and you don't. It's a road at the Comfort Inn that goes up to Comfort Inn.
Yes.
Paul Province is supposed to take care of that road for many years. Was David here?
Yeah.
How many years?
3 years, what?
He's not even done anything on it yet, has he?
No, he's waiting on Speedway to get done before he caps it. He even called today and said just to remind you all of that. He's waiting on that.
He told this other guy that up there is still his property, he's going to build something on that back property back there, and he can't build it until this road gets behind Comfort Inn. Comfort Inn is going to be divided in 3 tracts of land up there, and they can't divide it because those tracts of land do not touch the city street right now. And once that's come to city street, it will be legal to sell it. And it'll be legal to have a piece of property subdivided. Right now, you can't subdivide it because it's not a city street. And I knew it was waiting on Speedway, but, you know, I tell this guy I came here the other night how we could let him go and subdivide the property, and if Paul don't follow through on it, then we'll fix that road, and that road's gonna come off quite a lot of pieces of it. It's bad shape.
How far along is Speedway? Are they close?
They're getting close.
I did the roughing, framing, and plumbing last week.
How soon does the guy want to get started or want
He wanted this month,
this month?
so we told him he'd have to wait until this road comes available.
There ain't nothing we can do
No, not legally, because by our ordinance, you cannot let him subdivide that property because he don't touch city street.
until we take that road.
Because it's just, that's the way our ordinance is, I keep getting anybody landlocked. Because if that road don't go through, then he still got a piece of property behind him, people couldn't get to the property.
Is there any way of getting a legal document that shows that we will take that road?
We had one, we grew, the lawyer grew up, and
That won't work.
it's still yet, it's not, did it work, Kathy?
I can look at it, we can probably do something.
Because you can look at it and see, I mean, we had it drew up and it was approved by us. The document was on those conditions that he would take care of the road, and it's not started yet. I know he's held up called Speedway, which I like heavy construction, but also now he needs to start trying to do, I think, doing something up there.
I don't want him not be able to do anything. If there's anything legal that we could do to get him started.
I'm thinking if we can get something signed by Paul that's legally binding on him, then you could act based on his representations that he's gonna do something for sure.
We've got that agreement that he signed off on, that's specifying that he's gonna take care of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came back to us and actually, we would give him leeway till Speedway got through building. And we gave him that leeway.
The variance. I haven't seen it, I'll look at it and give you an opinion.
But I mean, we're holding this guy up,
Right.
and
When's your next planning?
it'll be next month, in May,
Okay.
a month away. I mean,
That's the next time that the guy will come. Behind Comfort Inn, is that the next time he will come before you?
that'd be that's when a monthly meeting will be, and so until we get this road situation, you know, we couldn't give him a definite date when he could come back.
Right. Let me look at it and see if you can give him notice that he can come back in there.
Okay. That's all I have.
Thanks.
I'll go. Town of Caryville Police Department monthly report for the month of March. We had 298 complaints. Out of that, we had 18 arrests. We had 1 escort. We have 53 citations. We patrolled 9,734 miles. We had 4 drug arrests. And we had 27 accidents. And that is it.
Is that up on the accidents there? Brian?
Brian?
Do what?
Is that up on the accidents?
It's average out last 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
They're about 24, 27 range.
A lot.
That's a lot of accidents. Yeah.
Is that cause of rock slide and?
Well, some of
traffic?
the accidents have been on the interstate, but a lot of them here local. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain. They happen like that to make them slow down. More traffic, more accidents. That's kind of what it is, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll do a little bit better.
Is the
One more.
interstate not supposed to open back up Friday?
It's supposed to.
Supposed to. I mean, doesn't look like they're working on that slide, but don't see another road up there right now. I went by it today. But that one appeared overnight too, so it could happen. They put them in.
Who's recommend, who said Friday?
That's what T-Dot's telling me.
T-Dot.
You're still gonna have the truck lane extension going through.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem, I believe, right now. About bottlenecking right there. First part of summer's gonna be rough.
Once we get that second lane open, it shouldn't be as bad. They've got 3 lanes, I believe 3 lanes going up the mountain now. Because they just took or at one point, they took what used to be the emergency lane and turned it into a lane. So in some places, they're just gonna remove those barriers and have 3 ways, but
They still got a little paving, a little bit of construction stone back in, but it'll be a little bit before it gets opened up.
there's just 1 lane up there right now. Big deal when it gets in now. I mean, okay. Next.
On the street and sanitation, we had 51 tons of garbage, 5 tons of recycling, 10 tons of brush, dirt and sand on Asbury ball field, cut overhanging limbs throughout the city, fixed 2 bad places on Elkins Road, put new fence on Main Street, fixed a guardrail at Lakeview Church on there. He straightened those things and got them straightened out.
Did you leave it out in there? Did you leave it out in there?
Replaced 2 tiles on Fall Creek Lane and patched potholes throughout the city and doing April cleanup throughout the month. That's all.
As far as on the street department, David's here now, but we want to do something on staffing with these guys in the street department. On staffing. We need to get David more help or whatever we need to do. But
I'm having a hard time keeping part-time people, it's just hard to keep them part-time people.
On recycle day, I noticed that we had one guy doing the recycling, and you're just asking for an injury. If you ever stop in and out, truck, move, throw, push back and forth. Is it the part-time that's hurting us, or what's?
Well, when we don't have a part-time, it is. When we got a part-time, we have two people on the day, yeah. See, we go through part-time people. Regular.
Have you had anybody over 90 days?
No, I don't think so.
No. I'd say if you can get somebody over 9 days, you know, look at something that
How
they
much do we start the part-time out at?
10.
Well, even start out, the benefits alone, to me, I mean, this is me speaking, I don't feel how you feel that, David, but I'm thinking we're needing to get somebody to stay. I mean, you said nobody over 90 days, we want to get somebody to stay to have another full-time position. So we put on, you said and read off what y'all done this month. And that's a load on David and 4 guys, 3 full-time and 1 part-time.
It is, I agree.
I think you got to bind this past Monday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Not having enough here to do the garbage.
So to me, it will end up getting somebody hurt. I mean, that's looking at it from my side as far as where I'm looking at into it. And I said, if we need to go to another full-time position and get somebody to stay.
I'd like to have another full-time guy. We would.
I mean, we're staffing, how long has this been staffed like this, how many years now? This level? That's what I'm saying.
Well, we can come up with the budget, we should be starting work on the budget this next month here. Just put him in for another full-time position.
Pretty smart.
Mhm.
Good one.
I'd
Lot
like
more
to have,
upkeep.
I'd also like to have somebody, I think the requirements for full-time, they have to have their CDLs. So we're gonna, we need to
Get somebody good.
And last I talked to Ronnie, I think he's moving to retirement. So you're gonna be short,
Two people.
that's when your CDL driver's there. I think Ronnie's CDL.
Yeah.
David's fixing to start pulling his
We're
hair out.
gonna, actually, Dave, when that good point, close to budget time, you will put in another full-time person.
I'd like to
In the
do that
budget.
in the budget, sure would. I'd like to do that. So we need to do a motion, or we just need to watch the budget?
We just put in the budget, that's actually, I think that's, it's not on here, that's just a outline of the start of the budget, but it's the start of, you know, and that'd be a good place to start, to put that full-time person in there.
And hopefully our part-time guy will last that long.
Oh, you got a part-time guy right
We
now?
don't got one.
Oh. You just get him?
That one we had in a couple of weeks.
Cracking that whip.
Yes, this is, I just hate to see the guys get hurt out there. It's one guy doing the, I seen it 2 or 3 times and just take the load off the guys. That's all I've got.
All right, for the library, we had 953 items checked out and 718 items checked in, 201 ebooks checked out. They added 7 new people to the library. We didn't delete any. We added 170 items and deleted 1. There was 428 computer users. They loaned 22 items and borrowed 15. They have 2 children programs with 54 people in attendance, and there was 532 people visited the library in the month of March. They had a couple special events. The quartet from the Knoxville Symphony Orchestra performed at Story Time for the Children and guests on March 11th with 42 people attending. And the library was painted and it looks good. Robin says the painter's done a really good job. And they're continuing to distribute IRS forms and publications. That's all I have.
All right. Any old business come before council? New business, I need to add a couple of things on here, or to get a motion to add on there. The Kubota tractor,
I make a motion, we had to promote it to the agenda. Discuss.
and then I've got a cut and level drag to add on there too. Looks like it's gonna be over the amount, so I need a drag put on there too.
We don't have him as one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. You made a motion, didn't you? Can we get a second on that to add the factor to the agenda to work right now?
What? The discussion?
Yeah, well, it's actually at a place to get repaired,
Oh, okay.
so it's gonna end up costing us money, so we need to get a second to add it. And any discussion? It's just got a lot of things wrong with it. Call roll, please.
Mr. Lynn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly,
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Now I need to add a number 7. It's a ball field cut and level drag. And that's to be purchased. It's over $500, so I need to add that to the agenda if I can get a motion.
I'll make a motion that we add
Drag.
the drag to the agenda.
I'll second.
Second motion, discussion. Call roll, please.
Mr. Lynn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly,
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson. Yes. Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes.
Can I add something for
Yes,
the agenda?
yeah, yeah.
Just Asbury Park, discuss Asbury Park.
All right, can we get a motion to that, add that? Oh, not to,
Yeah,
Just
add
to
it as number 8,
Okay.
discuss Asbury Park.
put it in the motion.
Can we make a motion to add the discussion for Asbury Park?
Second, the motion.
You seconded.
You seconded. Vicky,
Oh,
Vicky.
fine.
Okay.
All right, any discussion?
I'm sorry.
Call roll, please.
Mr. Lynn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly,
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Okay, first thing on the agenda, council to approve for fire department purchase of one fire code in the amount of $850.
This is one guy's turnip gear's got a hole in it, just be replacing fire coat. It's not an additional purchase, just a replacement purchase. This gear is how old, Eddie? Champion?
Now, this is on FEMA grant. It's 8 or 9 year old.
It's got the age out of it, and it's just, I mean, it's got too hot. I make the motion to approve 850 for safe instance.
Motion on the floor, can you get a second?
I'll second.
Second motion, any discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Lynn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson, Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Council to approve sponsorship of Louis Bluey Festival. Louis Bluey. Do you want,
I'm here, but I know, am I supposed to ask questions or answer questions?
we put it on the agenda?
I did.
Huh?
I did.
They did.
I'll take it away. We usually make a donation to them every year. And last year, I think it was $2,500,
Yeah.
wasn't it? $2,500. And, I guess you're asking that it's time once again to do that.
Yes, yes.
So I think as a city, we still need to sponsor that. Community, are we sponsoring the community tent like we always do?
I think it's now called the Sounds Like Home
Okay.
tent or stage or whatever. And this is our 10th year, 10 straight years. It is the most attended arts and cultural event in the county and carries a great deal of weight with people in Nashville and all around the state. So, of course, as you know, Caryville gets all of the attention as to the location, and people really, really do enjoy it. And I hope that you will sponsor us again this year.
I'll make a motion that we sponsor the Louis Blue Festival at $2,500.
Motion has been made, can we get a second?
Second.
I think we put that in the budget, didn't we? Yeah. Any discussion?
I got one discussion on
Yeah.
question. On those flyers that goes out,
It was on there, I meant to bring it, show you.
It was not
It's at the
one of-
bottom. It was with the one I went and saw.
when I seen it, the bank was, okay, when I seen it, the bank was not on there. It had Follis on there, it had Emma County, but did not have us on listed on as a sponsor. I just feel like it was a slap in the face for us, of their name being on there.
Well, I'm really sorry about that. I didn't realize that that was the case, but we definitely will make certain that that does not
But the one,
repeat.
I can tell you, after speaking, I see what bank it was at. And because that's where I banked at, it was right there at the drive-through window. And I looked through it twice to make sure it was never on there.
I went and pulled the one off down here at the local place, and it was on at the small down in the right-hand side.
Just looked, no.
We need a logo, don't we, to put on it?
Yes, it would be nice if Carol
That would
had
be
a
better.
logo.
Yeah, because it just had it
But,
printed on.
you know, if you don't have, if anybody doesn't have a logo, then we just put the name on there and try to do it in some kind of attractive font. But I apologize, and I would carry that, that back to the committee that prepares.
It's a
that.
good thing. I don't know, I want to knock it, but to me, it's like a slap in the face. I have all these sponsors there. It's in Caryville, and we do not have her name on there.
Well, I agree with you 100%, 100%.
Any other discussion? All right.
Mr. Glenn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Will Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes.
Thank you all. And I'll make sure this year that it's Caryville everywhere.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate that. Council to approve second reading on ordinance 2016-02, amending the annual budget.
That is to increase the city hall repair and maintenance.
Oh, okay.
Make a motion.
That's all. Everything.
That's to increase the budget for repairs for city hall. This is the second reading.
Oh, okay.
I'm all laid out too.
Okay, so we get a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Well, you have to agree on paper.
I'll do it again.
Motion has been made. Can we get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All right.
Mr. Glenn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Will Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Council to approve the first bid received by Jerry Faust for the cutting of the hay at the 131 Industrial Park.
He's only been-
Only bid we got.
I make a motion to approve Old Fast Gary.
I'll second that.
Second. Discussion. All right.
Mr. Glenn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly.
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith.
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson. Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson. Mayor Stanley.
Yes. All right. Council to discuss the paving Road in Caryville.
I actually put that on there, all these roads around here that's been broken up, the past 3 winters we've had, see how we're going right now. The way we're going right now, there's no way we're gonna be able to catch up on these roads. These main roads are leaving fast. If you've been on anyone, you can see them. So I actually, and maybe have a special workshop and see how we can go about fixing these roads. That's a list that David gave me that needs to be fixed. And there's no way that 80,000, what we got in there, we're fixing the roads. And maybe I could get one floor, we're big on pay, go get a major road project. Vicky remembers it when we did it, what, 12 years ago? 8 years ago. And we got to do that because we got the same problem. We were trying to catch up and kept falling behind. If we could do that way, do a major road project, we may be able to hold this off for 8 to 10 years before we have to do these roads again. But it's getting to be a problem we want to do something with.
Talking about getting a loan and just using state street aid.
Use the state street aid to pay for it.
Roll it in every month.
And that way, it's not coming out of the city's funds, it's coming out of street aid. Don't deplete the street aid. Leave some going in there, but take some out. That's what we did before. I think it was 5,000 going in, we took 4,000 make the loan, and that's how we paid for it. And maybe something we need to look at coming in. Do something with it. Yeah, I mean, if you've been on the roads, these guys are doing a patch and all they can patch.
Patching it
Yeah,
last
they're
long.
just
We'll never get caught up the way we're going. The roads are breaking up faster than we get caught up. I'm like, man, I think we need to do a large paving project. And get them took care of and take the streets to that area and pay for it.
You'll probably get a better deal by doing.
Save several tens of thousands of dollars.
Right, by doing a large job at once instead of doing 5 small jobs over a period of.
We can get all these jobs here together, we're gonna transport this for, that's what.
Once they unload, they can do, we just keep
Walk from one job to the other on the road. And I'll try to get y'all a list of these names here, so y'all will have what I'm looking at and what David's giving me. And David, you wanna talk about?
He said that working
Right now, it's not good, oil price.
It's a good time right now to do it.
With the oil prices being down and the interest rate being down, if we're gonna do it, now is the time to do it. Why? Because before this interest rate goes up and before the oil prices go back up. I mean, right now is the time, we talked about it a couple of years ago, but that wasn't the right time to do it because everything was filled up.
Right.
Now the oil prices are down, prices ought to be coming down on this pavement. So I think if we need to do some kind of
Estimated $782,000.
But some of those roads has already been worked done.
And that's on the high side.
Yeah. And we can pick the roads that we want to do and go from there, the major roads. But some of those roads, if he's got you got the price already figured in, the roads already been done, right, David, on that list?
Yeah.
So some of those roads are coming off price of
The larger your project, the cheaper it is, and
You open
one
competition.
area,
Mountain Road's 195,000.
yeah.
It's the biggest one.
And I've not said anything about that because Eric and I live on it, and I've been trying to put it off as long as I could, but it's getting to the point where I'm having to dodge potholes up there. Especially right on the main curve there, it's bad.
Is my road on there?
No, you're off of it.
Yeah, we're in Dan and George.
City of Huntsville's doing 400,000 this year.
It was 340,000 if we did the last time. And that, we got a lot of roads done on that. Was it 340, do you know what the road said?
You got it broke down into 3 sections, that 3 areas that would be mobilization for them in a perfect world where they would pave it from one start and go.
Oh, we can do that.
And to me, what it looks like, that's what it is, so. 65,000 is what we had in here this year that we've done. That's 700 on the high side. you open the door up, the bigger your paving project is, the more competition you're gonna get. There's people you're not gonna get for 65,000. You'll get more action on a bid on the bigger projects.
I think we need to put it, if we go that route, put it in the Knoxville paper and get them out of Knoxville out here. So, I mean, we all know one company around here's got everything locked up around here.
But the market right now is so competitive on the asphalt, it's a win-win, like David said, it boils down.
Now's the time to do it, if we're gonna do it. What are we gonna do? I think we need to have a special meeting on it.
Have a workshop and prioritize the roads and down the list
Yeah, but
and take off what we need and update that and come up with a plan.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a meeting soon.
Yeah, if you want to do any this year,
Yeah, I would like, do it
So I think if we had financed it, we're probably looking at 2 months out. Because if a comptroller will have to approve of it and all before we can go, and it's how fast they move, get close to the end of budget year, they're not gonna move fast. Comptrollers not. I told you what I'm gonna do.
We paid the gap for the last several years, it's our turn now. Oh, sorry. It's not that, that's a little gap.
No, it didn't.
We'll put yours on there. There is, all jokes aside, guys, if you get off on some of these back roads,
They're bad.
yes.
Another bad winter, these roads are gone. I mean, out of the
We've
past
let 'em
5
go for
years,
a long- yeah.
we've had 4 bad winters.
Mountain Road was
We've
deteriorated
done
real bad this past year.
And that salt that we're doing on it is not helping, but.
Overlook Lane is, yeah, it's muddy through the asphalt. It's how bad it is.
So can we schedule a meeting on this, and discuss this more?
Yeah.
When do you want?
When's everybody available?
I'm good for the next 2 weeks,
Anytime from there.
but it's just respectful for myself.
Anytime in the next 2 weeks be fine with you.
Well, but is 18th good for everybody, next Monday?
That's fine.
Or would you,
6 o'clock?
18th?
6 o'clock?
So you do 6, can you do 6?
I can do 7, I don't make it.
Could we also discuss codes, because we've got to get this state,
In
this
that
one
meeting.
down.
In that meeting.
At that workshop.
Well, we might need to go ahead and do this before in a special meeting and then go into the workshop, because we've got to get these codes into the state. It's required.
Yeah, we're currently in violation. Operating on a 1976 code.
Lisa's gonna get some stuff that she's gonna be redacting from the codes, and we'll do the ordinance, and it shouldn't take but
We did both of them.
just a few minutes.
Did anybody have any questions about those that we looked at?
Have you updated what ones we talked about?
The only thing we're gonna take out is we're gonna change, like the state asked, the requirement for the sprinkler system. And, we're going to change the requirement for the R value in the walls. And then, of course, we've got the property maintenance code that we're looking at. I think that's probably the one that has the most questions.
The R value in the walls, what did it go to?
The new code, if we adopt the 2015, is R19, which would change your stud size to a 2-6 as opposed to a 2-4 wall. So we're gonna change it and stay with the current code as it is now, with the R value of 13 in the walls.
I can make when anybody wants to meet.
I'll do it 18th, fine, man.
Good, let's get her done.
18th, okay.
That'll be it.
Thank you, guys. It's something that we need to look at.
tractor, we got it in the repair shop right now. We've currently been using it to drag the fields at Asbury, mow the median strips, different things that we use the street department for. But it's got some major problems right now. It's got about 6 seals that's gone out of it. Steering column is gone, needs to be replaced in it. We thought that we had a problem with it overheating. They seem to think that it's just a gauge. They put a temperature gauge on it and said that it was staying at 160. So they think it's just a gauge. I mean, they're not 100% sure. They've not really went into great detail about, a whole lot of details about how long it's going to take. But right now, we're sitting at about, thinking it's $714 to get all the seals replaced in it, to get the steering column. That was the biggest one. It was like $295. What'd you say it was doing with the steering, David?
When it would get hot, you'd lose your steering, and then you cut it off. Even say you're running it and it's hot, you cut it off and go back to it. If it's still hot, it wouldn't steer. It have to cool off cold before it pick the steering back up.
How old is this tractor? About it,
I don't know, 20-year-old.
20 years old?
So,
So, I mean, you said before it was pretty much gone.
To me,
Before?
it's right shut. When it was also on the temperature gauge, running hot, it would shut down too. It would shut completely down. I don't know if that's to do with some kind of sensor or what, but it.
So about how much, Mayor, is it going to cost us?
Well, right now we're sitting at about $750.
Is that for parts and labor, or just for
Yeah.
parts?
Parts and what they estimate the labor be to my understanding, it may just been parts. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Because labor is usually a lot more than parts.
It's $50 more. So I guess that's really about standard now. All those places, about $50. I did check to see what a new one would cost like that. I think he said around $11,000. Couple of different, I mean, I think that that's why it's good to discuss it is, how much you want to spend on it before you get to that point where you might get, one, you may not. I can't remember when we purchased the tractor.
it's been
I don't
7
remember.
years.
It's in pretty rutted shape. It's been used, that's for sure.
Do you think they would give us anything on trade on that one?
I don't know. Maybe.
$11,000, they'd give us trade on that, they already put some slack on it.
Yeah. They might give us something for it. It's pretty rough shape.
I mean, we'd be lucky if we get by a couple $1,000, that's just patching it for a
Yeah.
couple of years.
We got money in the budget from last year, like on that skating event, $10,000 we used. That was budgeted for that. That would go a long way on it.
I find that, it's needed. They came out.
Those tractors are tough, man.
Yeah.
17 years, the way they use, that's a long
Pretty
time.
tough.
That's a long time.
It's got a lot of grass.
Yeah.
You want to see what we get for trade and look at maybe getting a, we really need to kind of move quick on it because that's what they use.
I think that's what we are, it's simply what they're used for.
Y'all doing the maintenance on it? You keeping up with the maintenance on it, Dave?
Yeah.
You want to do that? You want to set, I mean, if we got that 10,000 in there, you want to set that and see what we can do with that 10,000? That way we don't have to keep
See how
coming
much
back.
we
Make a decision on, and get it to roll.
What?
Make the decision tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, put that 10 in there, and then if they'll give us some kind of good deal, then just go on and purchase it and be done with it.
They'll do something
Be
on that,
pretty
sure.
good with that.
I make a motion, we transfer that 10,000 out of,
Okay.
whatever that's in, that line item. Tourism.
Is that,
Tourism.
Tourism. Okay with that.
okay, okay.
What do you think, Beth?
What do you think?
State Street A.
We need
What
this,
we got?
we got
Oh,
money in State Street
oh, you're
aid.
saying that is your budget.
We have State Street A.
Well, I mean, that's why it was put in there.
Yeah, we
for
can,
gate
uh,
rate.
we could take it out, move it down State Street aid. We
You
got
got something you can
92,000
do with
in there.
that? From now and then.
Taking out State Street, that'd be
No, not between
I
now
don't
and
know.
the budget.
Can you do that?
Out of State Street aid, it's still roads. If you're using it on roads.
equipment.
You good with that?
I make a motion, we take it out of State Street aid.
Okay. We'll go that route. Second motion. Discussion. Kathy, do we have to put that, I know it's bad, but do we have to put that out for bid? Do we have to put that out for bid? 10,000?
You do if you don't go through a state
State bid. yeah.
bid. You check them,
She's probably out on state contract.
state contract.
Does it have to be a Kubota? Does it have to be a Kubota? Is that-
We're trying to trade it.
So if you're trying to trade it,
Yeah.
I see if I don't want to do anything illegal, but, I mean, if that's good, then we'll go with them. You saying if they are or they're not, or what if they're not?
Probably not a lot of Kubota dealers close. Yeah. Go to the 3 estimates.
Pat can check and see who's on there, please.
Contract.
You
Yeah,
have
they
to
are
go
on
in
there too, because you bought that last tractor at Miracle, didn't you? You brought that from Tyler Brothers, the John Deere?
Do they have Kubota?
Yeah. If it's Tyler Brothers, I was thinking, or, what was that place you bought it over there?
Well, I'm like, it was Richie, but.
Ritchie Tractor, that's John Deere.
That's John Deere.
Yeah.
They're all Kubotas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your call, David. Are you happy with the Kubota? I mean, as far as what you're getting out of it?
Yeah, it done a fine job.
You're happy with it?
Could we call that an emergency and have to have it purchased that way?
I don't think so.
Could,
I would recommend to let Pat check and see across the state, who's on the state contract.
If we bought that other Kubota, I know we bought it through State Street Aid, so that's state contract, so Kubota is probably on state.
That's what I was thinking. I can't imagine that, as big as they are, that they're not on it somewhere.
What if they're not?
We have to get 3 quotes.
Three
Or
quotes?
3. Have to
Yeah,
put it out to bid.
Down to bid, so, Pat can check by the time you have your special meeting.
By the 18th, we can add it on 3 days ahead of time if we have it on our agenda for the 18th.
You good with that? That's good. Yeah. If you good with that, would you?
No, I was just, I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay, then we'll try to do that. Okay. Number 7, the cut and level drag for Asbury Park. It's
Excuse me, did you all take a vote on the $10,000 budget amendment? You want to do that?
I had a motion on the floor, somebody seconded it.
I got a second.
Did you, where you take a vote?
Did you change it to take it out of
Yeah.
State Street Aid,
Yeah.
10,000 out of State Street Aid, not.
No budget in.
So we don't need to make a budget amendment, I just make a motion to
Yeah.
purchase the mower out of State
State
Street
Street
Aid and put out bid if we have to, or check the state contract.
Yeah, while you're in a regular meeting, it'd be cleaner to do that tonight.
Vicky made the motion.
Second.
Yeah. Second. Any other discussion? Call roll.
Mr. Glenn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly.
Yes.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Okay, the cut and level drag. That's for Asbury Park. I understand this is a different kind of drag than what we have over there. It's kind of like almost like a bed of nails that digs into the ground. and
Is it
then
like
you
a
go back
yard
over
box?
it.
Is it kind of like a yard box, drags it with those spikes down in it? That's what you-
It's a little different than that. I think it's like almost like the ones I've seen, I have not seen this one. The one I've seen is kind of like, almost like railroad spikes, and you drag it, and it cuts up, like
Yes.
rips the ground, and then, you're talking about a plugger. It's got like those big spikes on it. But anyhow, it does something similar to that, and then it drags it back out. It's just where it's real hard over there, the ground is.
I know, I went over there Saturday.
It's hard. Yeah. Well, we put that dirt on it that David gave us. Anyhow, so it is $899.95. You get a motion to purchase that, $899.95.
Make a motion to purchase it.
Motion made to purchase it. And get a second. Second motion. Discussion. Call roll, please.
Mr. Glenn Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Heatherly.
Yes.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Ms. Beth Lawson, Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson.
Yes.
Mayor Stanley.
Yes. Number 8, discuss Asbury Park.
Okay, I went over Saturday and I was just looking at the field.
It's rough, ain't it?
It's rough. There, I guess I was looking on the safety side of it, you know, thinking about kids and looking at a mama's side, I guess, not the real, I don't know how to drag field and stuff, but it does need a lot of work done to it. And that third base there
It's rough.
on the, if you're facing both fields, the right-hand field, it dips down, and then they've dug a ditch line over there by the fence, about this wide, and a kid goes after a fly ball, and they krill their ankle in that. I mean, it's a hazard. I'm not an engineer or
No,
anything,
no, I agree with you. I went over and looked at it after. Where'd you get the dirt at that we put on there?
Back here.
Back here. I mean, it's helpful. It's good dirt, but it's got like rocks and all kind. I mean, for years we've had rocks over there. I have asked that Russell would purchase like sand and maybe what they're putting on the baseball fields up at the high school field. We've had about everything in the world on there. At one time, we've had clay. Remember when we had clay? You go home, red socks. And we've had sand. We've had so much sand over there before, when you hit a pop fly and it come down, it just kind of sit there in the sand. That's true, isn't it? I think it needs to be, the whole field needs to be brought up
It needs.
and kind of rounded to where it drains off in the outfield. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think it needs to be, and like I say, I'm not an engineer, but if you took that dirt over here from the fence line and pushed it in over there to third base and filled in that deep section there, maybe put some more dirt, I don't know, and then drag it from the outside to the inside, because it looks like it's been dragged from the pitcher's mound out, so it's got that little ridge, not a bad one, a little ridge over there.
Oh, at the back of the field?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
it's
if
been
you
there
took
for,
Tiller, if you took a tiller just around, a bigger tiller than what I would have, around through there and tilled that up, and then got like one of these deals here and drug it from the outside in and made that mound. We don't even have a mound as such.
they use portable mounds because
Oh, okay.
everybody uses those fields, so
Okay,
like
I
when
saw
they're
that
pitching
kind of
baseball, they
portable.
bring that thing in.
Okay. So then, as I'm looking around, as I was going around the fence, there was some spikes that holds the fence down that were sticking up about like this. And all I could visualize was a kid falling in one of those, you know. But I did go back today, and I guess you said Russell's working over there?
Yeah.
They were down into the ground. There was still a couple that needs to go down. The dugout over by first base on that, talking about the same
Yeah,
field.
the metal blew off.
I'm not talking about the metal, but there is a 2x4 hanging down. I mean, first thing a kid's gonna do is grab it there and jerk it down, you know, that's hazard. Right by the bench in the dugout, there's some metal pieces sticking up out of the concrete there. I don't know what that is. Those
No.
neat. And there was a coach over there this afternoon when I went back, and he
Yeah.
said, he showed that to me, and he said he always lays his bag over the top of it so kids will not step on it. I
Yeah.
mean, it cuts your foot. It's real sharp. Okay,
Is that on the original field or the other one?
it's on the one to the right. If you're facing the
Okay.
fields, it's on the one to the right. And then concrete, as you come out of the dugouts, there's big hunks of concrete there that needs just dirt. I mean, a lot of this is just simple things that can be
Yeah.
just
We
remedied
just
in
don't
an
have
hour.
the, well, we've
Then-
tried to get some dirt, and I don't really know, how many loads.
You've taken
Well, no, I don't know how many loads it would take to raise that, what we're talking about. How many do you think? I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot to make it right, but it has been that way since I have ever been on it. It's always, the field, the bowl part that you're talking about, we've always had a problem at third base.
Okay, then the other field, now I didn't expect this much on it all the time.
Had a lot of rock on it.
But, yeah,
Had
they're
a lot of rock on
at
it.
home plate, oh my gosh, somebody slides in there, there's a
Mhm.
slate of rock behind that home
Mhm.
plate there, that needs to
Yeah.
be dug out of there and fixed. I mean, listen, folks, these are kids.
I agree.
I hate to get a kid's leg tore up or
Mhm.
something, I mean, we need to fix that. And behind the fence, back behind the backstop on that one, it's a lot better than the other, but I believe that's the one, if I'm not, might have been the other one, but that fencing is still not down. It was raised up like that, you could just slide your feet underneath there.
That's the
Get your
other
leg cut.
That's the old.
The first old
The
field.
old field.
But they still use both fields. so
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
they use them, yeah,
And so
yeah.
we need to, no matter if it's an old field, there's just a lot of little things over there, it just needs to be fixed.
Well, we'll definitely put the attention behind it. If you'll
Okay,
get
so-
a list together on that,
Okay.
we'll try to fix each
There
one
might
of
be
those.
more. Okay, so we've got Russell working over there now?
Mhm.
Okay. How many hours a week does he work?
You know,
Around 32.
32.
32 hours a week, okay.
We tried to do that with Lloyd's group last year, but we all know now we gotta hire somebody. They don't have time to go over there and do that on top of what they're already doing.
Well, wasn't Russell working part-time both places? Was that last year?
That was
2 years ago.
Last
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he don't work with street department anymore.
Oh, okay. How much is he making an hour?
Is he just working over?
At the ballpark.
So
yeah.
he's just doing ballpark, so
Mhm.
he's temporary?
Mhm.
Through
Yeah,
ball season
Mhm.
till
Yeah,
whatever?
that's it,
And I
yeah.
know we had that in the budget for
yeah,
somebody.
we did.
Okay. But he's gonna make what now?
Whatever he was last time,
11.50.
11.50.
He's gonna make 11.50 an hour.
Mhm.
Until July.
Mhm.
from now to July.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same salary that he had when left.
So we hung back at the same salary.
Yeah.
But we, you know where I'm going now. We pay our police officers $12 an hour to put their life on the line. Now, I'm not knocking him at $11.50. But we're paying somebody to do a ball field at $11.50, and we pay our police officers $12 an hour. That don't seem right to me. Do all of our other employees make $11.50 an hour? That,
Our street department's making 10 something, what, 10.50 or 10? Part-time.
10.
so why is he $11.50 instead?
Because he had received raises over the past when he was here, and that's how he got up to where he was before.
So we just go back and hire him wherever they left
That's what I
off?
did.
Okay, I mean, you can do whatever, I'm just asking. We got guys on sanitation that makes what, 10?
The part-time person does. What does everybody else make?
But this is a part-time person.
Yeah. It's a temporary person. It's just there during ball season and then, you know.
Okay, it just don't, I mean, I'm not, I mean, we can pay whoever what, but I'm just
That's
thinking.
a- I know that doesn't seem like a big job.
Our other employees'
Mhm.
shoes, I guess.
Right.
I mean, I know we've got Laura out front. How much she make?
$10.50.
And we have a library, and I know she doesn't make that
10.
much. I guess the sanitation people and those people, I mean, I don't know, just throwing it out there, I guess. Okay.
Who's the supervisor over Russell? You are.
Mhm.
Have we ever made, hire a part-time employee more than $10 an hour? No?
No.
Do you want to reduce his salary? Is that what you want to do?
I just want to be fair to everybody, I'm not.
I hired him back in at what he left at. We tried to do it a different
Why did he
way.
leave before?
Well, because he was working on both departments. And he wouldn't work the way that they wanted him to on the street department. Had nothing
Was
to
there-
do with the ballpark.
Okay. Nothing
You
to
want
do-
to talk to that?
No, well, this is the whole story. He worked for the street and sanitation, and he worked ballpark too. He actually worked all three places. We was going to build, we was using him on the street department, on the sanitation, put him on the garbage. He wouldn't wear pants, wouldn't wear boots, long pants, boots. That requirement through our insurance that he did. That made me quit because we told him he didn't wear pants. That's the whole story.
So is he wearing pants
Or
over there?
chaps. Pants or
It was
chaps.
chapped. It
Yeah,
was
I'm
chapped,
sorry,
Jim.
or chaps.
That was when he was on the garbage truck. Garbage truck.
Okay. Does he do that, I mean, what are the regulations? for
No, he
mowing?
don't.
If he's weed eating over there or mowing?
He wears chaps when he's weed eating.
He can wear chaps
Yeah.
when he's weed eating or mowing.
Mowing.
But on the garbage truck is a different situation. He has to wear long pants and boots. It's the insurance regulations.
Okay. So he's gonna work 32 hours a week?
Yeah. Sounds like he's got a lot of work to do. I mean, I don't know, I'm
Somebody
just
does.
saying.
And I'm not knocking him, I'm just wanting to be fair to our
Fair to
employees.
everyone.
That's
Mhm.
really- Yeah, that's, I mean, I just didn't understand. If he left at $11.50 an hour, then he was doing more than just the ballpark. He was doing sanitation, he was doing.
When he wasn't
streets,
doing
and
the
he wasn't
ballpark.
doing ballpark. So, to me, that's why his salary might have been more, at that point, was because he had more responsibilities. So he was doing like 3 things, and now he's doing 1, so he's gonna make the same amount doing 1 as he does 3. Okay, so, is he gonna be working every day?
He works
I'm-
32 hours, however that works out.
So So will he do a time clock and time in,
Mhm.
just like
He
everybody
does.
else?
Right.
He don't punch in now, but we really need him to start doing that. He needs to work the hours that we're here to, that he can come in and punch.
Okay.
So starting Monday, we need to tell him he needs to come in on hours so he can punch in.
Okay.
Now, does he have a budget? How much money does he have, like, when we say he needs to go do things? Because, I mean, there even needs, that outfield needs grass seed, and it needs to be aerated, and it needs to be, so does he have a budget to work with besides his salary?
No, not really. No, we just paid that out of the fund of the recreation is what we've done. We set that in recreation.
I mean, do we have, I mean, he's gonna need some funds over there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, well, I
He's
mean,
got a $10,000 tractor.
that's true.
David said it was his tractor.
That is a good point.
Well, you gotta have more than a tractor to make it look good.
I
mean, we do
understand that.
Safety.
Normally what we do is try to,
Okay, if he needs PO, if he needs something, we need an account line, so he's got, how much? I'm just wondering, how much does he have in there to work on that field?
Does the city supply like the paper products over there, or is
That's
the
what we've been
concession stand
doing.
doing it?
He goes through Asbury Park.
Now, who does the paper products?
We usually get them through Ellison's.
Okay,
But
it comes out of this
Asbury
account,
Park,
this
yes,
recreation account. Okay, well, while we're on it, then, who's gonna be doing, what about that guy that was locking and unlocking the gates? He's still, are we still paying him to do that, or is Russell taking that over, or? Were we
Well-
paying a guy to unlock that guy across the street or something?
we was because we tried to get the police department to do it and they didn't have time to do it. And then we, for a while, got the street department to do it. They didn't have time to do it.
They don't have time to do that?
That's what they said. I don't know if they do or not.
How
I'm
much
just
do
telling
we
you what
pay
they said.
somebody? I might need a little job. How much they pay, how much you pay?
$30 a month.
$30
$30 a month.
And we're still paying them.
All right, can Russell do that then, since?
Well, yeah, it's not, yeah, he can do it now. I mean, that's, you know,
I mean,
Be
just.
more- it's just that you
I'm
gotta
not
be there in the
saying
morning to open it and there at night, you know, and he just lives across the street, so it's very convenient.
I did have somebody call me the other day and complain about him. And I told him I didn't have anything to do with the ball field, saying that he's running them out, like, on the weekends and stuff, and it was like 7 o'clock. And it wasn't even dark, and he went over there and told them they had to leave and stuff. And I told him to call over here, that I didn't have any say or anything like that, that it was nothing to me. And he said that, that man told him that they had to leave and all this stuff. I said, still not mine. I said, call the police or call City Hall. You know, it's none of mine. And
Well,
he said
we're
that
gonna pay
But
Russell
the only,
several times.
if you want Russell to do it while the ballpark situation's going on, we can do
Yeah.
that. I mean,
While
that's
the
fine.
season's going on,
Yeah,
more safest.
but I don't know that he's gonna come down here and do that in the morning.
Come down here and do what?
Unlock the gate. It's locked every night
Well, if
and
he comes in
open.
at
Do you
8 or
wanna leave it
9 o'clock,
open? We leave it open.
No,
that-
I'm just saying,
that-
if we're
well,
paying him
but I'm
$11.50
just
an hour.
saying too, if we leave it open, then we don't have to do anything with it.
No, if you leave it open, you know what'll happen. So if he's gonna be working it during ball season, then he's
He
kinda
could
like
lock it
the
up for sure.
person. Then why can't he open it in the mornings?
Well, I guess he can
If
open it
he's
when
gonna
he
work
goes over
32 hours
there.
a week, huh?
I guess when he's over there, he could open it.
No, it needs to be open at a certain time every day so the community can use it.
If those ball games going late at night, it'd be hard for him to, you gotta stay, you don't know what time the game's going in and out, right there.
Russell umpires over there too every night, so.
Really?
Oh, he umpires
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, he can lock it every
Yeah,
night.
he's the one that's been locking it
Okay.
anyway, so.
I just was looking at, he's having to come there and stay late.
No, he
I've seen
umpires.
those hours games going past 9 o'clock the other night over there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just, you know,
Yeah,
we have to
but he
think.
umpires over there 4 nights a week, so
He
it's
can
not
handle
a
it.
He
inconvenience.
gets paid for that, gets paid for it, and then he gets
Yeah.
paid $11.50 an hour.
Well, he gets-
It's not much on his way,
I
surely.
think
Where's
he gets
live?
off here like at 5, Johnny, or something. Oh, I don't know, but the ball games start at 6, and I know he umpires the 2 games that are over there. And then, so he's there when they close, and he's been closing the gate. Cause I asked him the same thing, cause I told him about the man that lived across the street, the people that was complaining about him. And he said, well, I've been locking the gate. And I said, okay. I said, well, I just don't want that man to try, you know, I mean, I know they're parking everywhere over there too, because of the parking issue, but, I said, I just don't want there to be an issue because there's, you know, people still here. And he said that he was locking the gate the nights that he's, well, locking the gate is what he said, because he's there.
This is a 7-day week thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know who
it's,
does
yeah,
that.
no, it's 7 days a
And
week.
that's what I was saying, those people had called me complaining on the weekend because that guy had tried running them off. So,
Does he have a job description for this?
Russell, just taking care of the ballparks. He mows over there, drags the fields,
I mean,
takes care of the
every
bathrooms.
employee should have a job description. So they know what we expect. Do we expect him to lock a gate? Do we expect him to lock or unlock? Do we, how many times is he supposed to know? I mean, is he supposed to line up the field for the games?
Yeah,
Can we get something
Yeah.
written of what he's supposed to, give him a job description? I mean, that way, everybody needs a job description, so you know what's expected of you and what's not, so we don't come out and think that he's supposed to be doing something where he's not.
Yeah, that's a
Or,
good idea.
I mean,
yeah,
just makes sense.
I agree.
All right, so who's gonna lock and unlock the gate?
I guess he's gonna, lock it when he's there, when the ball game's going on.
That's all he does, ain't he? I don't even think, I mean, he, every time I ever seen him, he was at a ball field. And I think he just lives right over there near that ball field.
I don't know where he lives.
Now, he may have moved, but
I don't know where he lives.
have we started on the donations for the heritage yet?
Mm-mm.
I don't know, it's hard. We haven't had progress yet.
what?
Well, it's just the days, Vicki, that there's no one there playing ball. There's days that there's no one there playing ball. I mean, like Saturday and Sunday, nobody's, I mean, nobody's over there doing anything.
I guess I thought he was just in charge of the field and Asbury Park was his duties, I guess, so I.
We can, every time that he's over there at the ballpark, he can lock it. And if he gets here whenever you're wanting him to come
Well, he
in,
decides
but it
not to
ain't
go
gonna,
today
it
or
ain't gonna
tomorrow, then he's
be
gonna lock him.
5 days. I mean, you can't get 32 hours out of 5 days. I mean, you know, so if it's be there, you know, that's why it makes it so easy for that guy to unlock it, because it's right there.
So you're saying go ahead and let the man lock it and unlock it?
Well, he can, when they're not having ball games.
Well, that's not right. The man needs to know a step, what days he does it, and he needs to bring it on what step. He don't know when,
Ball games are going on.
no, he doesn't know when Russell's there or when he's not. Russell might decide, I'm not going, I'm not calling the game tonight, I'm not gonna be there, and then it's like I'm not.
Oh, no, it ain't gonna be left unlocked, cause that man go over there. And run you out. He will go over there and run you out. Yeah,
Whether he's paying.
absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about, then while we're still on this ball.
Johnny Watt.
Mine's on the ball field. All right, so who's doing concessions this year? Is the Lions Club doing concessions?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Okay, so then, are we having concessions over there?
Yeah.
So who's gonna do concessions?
Well, the group that's doing it this year, same group's doing it last year, except.
I thought Lions Club did it last year.
Well, I mean, the people that's working the concession stand, some of the same people. The Lions Club did it last year. This year, Disabled Vets is doing it.
Same people, just different company. Right?
Some of them are. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So it's the people that, disabled vets. So the funding is gonna go to them this year, disabled vets of Campbell County.
Is it with Campbell County?
Yeah.
Because I seen a thing up there that said something about Clinton on it the other day. I didn't know that they were part of Campbell County or Clinton.
I think that is for anybody that's a veteran that's, you know, disabled. There's some kind of funding set up there for that. I can find out about it. They said that there was quite a bit of disabled vets right now.
Why are these two guys, I mean, why is the Lions Club not doing it?
Well, my understanding, they all split last year and over, I don't even know if are they doing it up at Liberty?
Yes.
So they're doing it at Liberty, and the ones that was president and so forth aren't in it no more.
So these two guys aren't in it anymore, they split off from.
That's right.
I've always wondered, should that money and from that over there be run through? Is that something we need to check with MTS about to see if that money needs to be run through the city? Because
I think the more that you can run money through the city, the better off you are. I mean,
even
if
at
it
church
takes,
now, the flare fund or
Yeah.
whatever in our social classes has to go through the general fund
I
and
think it's
back out
good
to us.
if you wanna, I mean, if you wanna set it up somehow to go over there every night and get it or whatever, or
No, I think
run that
whatever
through
his-
there and give it at the end of your, however you wanna do it, I don't care. Doesn't matter
it
to
can
me.
go back right back out, but there ought to be an accountability
Right.
system
I agree.
through.
You're gonna subject it to state audit,
I would think it would be.
your CPA?
Because it's city, under the jurisdiction of the city.
Mhm.
You need to talk to your CPA, see how much they're gonna charge to audit concessions. That's high, that would be unusual. Because these guys are non-profit.
Does the city
Right.
get anything out of it, or does it go back to the league like it used to?
The city doesn't get, the city hasn't got anything out of the ballpark since I've been there. That has, all the funding that comes from there, as far as like what they pay to be in the concession stand, goes back to the league. That's how it's always been. The city actually doesn't get anything off the concession stand at all.
I know that's how it used to be. It always went back into the league money. Like they paid to rent the building,
Mhm.
and then that money went back into the league.
Right.
And then the league used that money for like the end of the year party and things like that.
So we don't get anything off of it?
No.
Never have.
Never have.
Never have.
But you said the league used to.
The league does.
The league does.
But the league
But the
does.
league gets now, do they get any now?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
percent?
I don't
they
know.
did last year.
I don't know.
They got the money off of the concession stand, so they
So
rent it.
who's over the league? Faust?
Jerry, yeah.
Jerry,
And he got a percentage? Or
Everybody that does a concession stand has to give so much, has to pay so much back into the league for the use of the concession stand.
So does the city get any money off the end of that for electricity and water and stuff like that?
Mm-mm.
never have. We just give that 100% back to the league.
Because nobody, I mean, if you did that, if you charged them to use it, then nobody would use it. If you charge the league,
Even if the city supplies the water and electricity?
yeah, because you're gonna supply water and electricity over there whether we have a league over there or not.
Well, the electricity goes up when there is a leak, though,
Right.
because the lights are on.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We don't ever take any money from, Asbury doesn't make anything. Never has, though. It's never gave back to It's just one of those things that they have there for the recreational use of the league.
I think it's good for the kids, what we're doing over there.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
all
think
for
we-
it, yeah, I'm all for it.
mean,
I just think there should be
For its
some.
concessions, if anybody try to actually volunteer to do it, they're not gonna do it.
No,
I
we
mean,
can't.
you'll get left holding. You get one person to do it all the time, and I think where you're going right now is the best way to go with it. I mean,
But who decides who's gonna be able to do it? Somebody comes and asks. So,
Yeah.
who-
you know,
I
I
mean,
guess
I've had people to ask me, who decides? I said, I don't know, I'm not over that part. I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause it's the same way in McCall and Johnny, Burge. You have to ask him to do those up there.
Do you do one up there this year or just last year?
My mother does.
Do they do the same thing, they give back to the league also, same setup?
How do you know how much to give back? I guess is why, is there a certain
Well,
percentage?
we
It's based on
started-
games.
We started years ago doing it, and it was just what we had set up. Now, I don't know what they do down here, but it was just what we did years ago.
So how much did you give back?
It's like $5 a game.
That's it?
But you gotta figure, the, Caryville one that does more than any of the rest, because they do 4 games a night. So they're giving at least $20 times 4 days a week back to the league, because they're playing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Whereas Pine Park only has one field, so you're only giving $10 a night. Liberty.
So Caryville gives more than anybody.
Mhm. Back to the league. And then you got Liberty and,
I think the only reason that,
Call it and Park.
So you
Wasn't
give
the only
$5
reason to
the
give
league
back-
out of each game, and then ever who does concessions keeps the rest.
Me and my mom started that years ago because, and we gave it back to the league and then, and that was before Jerry took the league over. That was something Wade did. We gave it back to the league and then Wade would use that money for the pool party. We rented the pool with that. And then it always paid for the pool, the pool, the pizza, the drinks and stuff like that.
Trophies and stuff.
Yeah, because we didn't used to have like a party and stuff at the end. Because your league fee pays for your insurance and your trophy, is what your league fee pays for. And so at the end of the year, we didn't have any money to have a party. So Wade suggested paying for that. And he's like, well, if you pay so much in the night to do it, he said that money will pay for, this. So we started doing that and we would and that was like our rent for the building. We rented it. That way nobody could question what we sold in there. It was like we were renting it and that was our store or whatever, is how we done it. And I mean, we paid our taxes on our stuff when we bought it and things like that. That way we didn't have to charge tax on it when we sold it. So we, everything, went that way. And then we gave Wade the money. He used it for the pool party and the pizza and the drinks and all that. And it come out and then whatever you had left, you just went back into the league. And then that's how we built up the money that the league has now to buy equipment and things like that. But it always profited, the league always profited off of it.
it's a good thing because whoever runs that concession's got a lot of money invested in concessions.
Yeah,
And if they don't sell anything at night, they don't make anything.
yeah.
Oh, you're
The
gonna
league's
sell,
not
you
out,
got
you
kids
know.
around, you're gonna sell. One way.
You may not sell now, it's depending on the weather. I mean, the weather has a lot to
Like
affect.
tonight, tonight who's ever out there,
Probably
Cool,
doing
how
too
much
good.
they got ball games. It's a lot of
But
money goes through it.
I think the way it's going itself is.
We ain't never charged though for like lights or water, and the league might change. Honestly, I don't think that they can afford to pay for that stuff anyhow. We'll have to put a big investment in it with the dirt and everything like that. The town won't get nothing out of it, but if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, the town won't make no money off of it. But if you look at it from a standpoint of what the kids are gonna get out of it, it's a lot greater, and it's just worth whatever we have to put into it you're only a kid one
Yeah, I'm
time.
saying put it all back in there, that's what I'm saying, put it back into what needs to be done over there for the kids.
get that list together for us? I'll work on that too. Thank you.
No, that one is separate.
Right, any other thing to come before the council? If not, can we get a motion to dismiss or adjourn?